Hey there, you got your Demi color in the mail, so now what? This video, I'm just going to go over how to kind of quickly get you started and start getting you comfortable using this makeup line, and I'm not going to go into too much detail on identifying color. If you're needing some help with that, I have some great resources in my Facebook group that you can head to, or always message me if you're having trouble finding the colors on your face. So first off, you got your Demi colors and basically setting up your compact. Now, you're not going to have a compact this big. It's not going to be as rainbowy as mine. You probably have one that's a little bit more this size, or perhaps you just grabbed a couple colors. But setting up your compact for what makes sense to you is going to be the easiest. So I have all my ones kind of around the edge of my compact, and then level 2s and into my higher pigment for like blushes and cheek colors. And then I have my sculpts. So if you picked up some sculpts, I have my sculpts in Roy G. Biv order, so like order of the rainbow, to help me keep that straight. Whatever is more comfortable for you, or what makes sense to you. If you find that grouping together, say in your compact, if you want to group together like your under eye colors, or if you want to group together maybe your blemish colors or things like that, whatever kind of makes sense. If you're having trouble setting up your compact, let me know and I can give you a little bit more specialized advice for that. But once you have your compact set up and you're ready to go, first things first, you want to look at your face. Now, I don't mean look at your face like intensely in the mirror, like picking out every little distraction. Sit back from a mirror a little bit and really just look at your face. And what you want to look for are things that are like catching your eye in like not a good way. So pick three things. Three things that ideally you'd like to erase from your face. So my face, for example, I have a little bit of melasma under my eye. I have a couple little blemishes that I want to target, and then I have some dark under eye circles. So those are like my three distractions that I want to take care of. Once you've done that, then we can kind of start going into the face. Now, first off, if you picked up some, like I said before, of those sculpt colors, or you have a few of the higher pigment colors, you first want to go in and add that color to your face. So you're either going to be tinting and toning or sculpting. So I'm going to start off with that first. Basically, before we go in and neutralize any of those distractions, we want to go in and add that color so we don't have to redo what we've kind of already done to the face. So with Demi color, again, I'm not going to go into what colors I'm using. I have many videos to help you with that. Here, we're just kind of adding some color and basically like thinking of watercolor on the face. So I'm just adding a little bit of sculpt to my forehead to just kind of accent what is already there. So now I'm looking a little bit more bronzy up there. I'm gonna add a little bit of sculpt down into my cheekbone. Now you can kind of see I'm going over these blemishes where if I'd already neutralized them first before I did this, I would kind of be wiping away everything I did with Demi. So this is why we do this first. Also, another reason is sometimes afterwards, those areas that you maybe thought were distracting before kind of just go away. They magically aren't so distracting to the eye anymore, and that's a beautiful thing about Demi. So I'm just adding a little bit there, and then I'm going to go in and do a little bit of toning just along the bottom of my cheeks here. And you can kind of see just by that little bit of toning, I kind of like neutralized a couple of those acne spots down there that were sticking out. So I'm just gonna kind of do the same thing over here, just like super light wash basically. So you're not really looking to cover anything. It's just gonna even out some parts of your skin and just kind of make everything look a little bit smoother. Okay, and once we have done this and we're finished adding color to the face, this is where you want to go in and filter. Now, when you filter your three distractions, you want to start with a very small brush. You can go to a craft store, grab a tiny little brush, works like this too. Anything that's going to give you a lot of control over getting to the darkest points of these distractions that we want to filter. So I'll start with these guys on the side. Anything dark on the face, I'm not going to go too much into color theory. Anything dark on the face is going to have excess blue in the skin. So these two spots here we know have a little bit of excess blue. Therefore, I'm going to take, and I'm just kind of looking in my mirror here too, I'm going to take my oranges, and I'm just going to tap away. When you're filtering, the idea is not to look like you're putting any product on the skin. The idea is that you're erasing underneath the color that is distracting. You don't want to go outside and create a new problem. We just want to erase what is already there. Again, taking my oranges because this guy is dark, and I'm just tapping away that excess color. If you get a little bit too much, just flip your brush and tap it away, or use your finger and tap it away. And I'm just kind of working through my oranges to kind of eliminate that blemish. Then I'm going to go over here, and now that I've washed, this area isn't quite as distracting, but you can kind of see I still have a little bit of dark marks over here that I just want to just kind of erase. So again, going into the darkest point first, taking care of that can sometimes take away the distraction of any surrounding color. I should have my mirror on the other side, but you know. This guy has a little bit more of a red, it's hard to see him, a little bit more red looking. He's a little bit hotter, so I'm gonna go into my yellow orange, yellowy oranges. I'm gonna flip this over here so you guys can see. And I'm just going to tap that guy away. Now you can see it doesn't look like I'm putting product on here. It just kind of looks like I'm using this brush to erase the distraction there. So I've kind of smoothed out a few acne spots. Next, I'm going to take care of a few dark melasma spots. So I'm going to get in close here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But you can see these kind of little browny flecks under the eye. This is a very common spot for melasma. I have some on my nose too that I want to take care of. So anything that looks kind of brown or muddy on the skin is going to have some green in it. So I'm going to move a little bit more into my reds. Again, not going into precise color theory here for you guys, but I'm just kind of giving you the basic idea of how to target this color on your face. And then I'm just going to take a few of these kind of darker spots out of the equation, and it's just going to make that whole area look a little bit smoother. Okay, last is a little bit of my under eye. So I have a little bit of blue, a little bit of blue-green in there. So I'm going to kind of go through and do that quickly, and then we will chat at the end. Okay, now that we've gone through and targeted those distractions, we used a really small brush. We started with the darkest points first, and we also only chose 3 because otherwise you're gonna start picking out little things on your face that when you sit and look back aren't actually distracting. So start with 3, use a very small amount of product. You don't wanna be seeing the product being put on your skin. Then we can finish off the look by going in. If you picked up a few of the higher saturations here, we can go in and add a little bit of color to our lips and our cheeks. So I'm just going to take our 07, and I'm just going to add a little bit of flush to the top of my cheeks here. And it's just going to kind of enhance a little bit of my natural flush. It's not going to look like I really need to blend it out because it's just gonna look like my natural pigment here. Again, you're not really looking at putting a whole bunch of product on. You're really just kind of watercoloring the face. So you can see that added a little bit of tone. If you like to put a little bit on your forehead, you can. And then you can kind of go in and put a little bit on your lips as well. All right, and that is beginning with your Demi color. If you want to get your hands on this product and need some help picking some colors out, absolutely message me. If you're having some trouble identifying some colors on your skin and what colors you need to use to neutralize that away, please send me a message. I would absolutely love to help you out choosing a few colors, and there's always great tutorials on my Instagram or in my Demi Facebook group if you're interested in jumping in that. Otherwise, enjoy your Demi journey. I'm so excited for you to be a part of this revolution. We're changing the makeup game, and we're really just teaching women to love the skin that you're in. We're just kind of enhancing it. So thanks for joining me, and if you have any questions, I'm only a message away. Bye!